Here we go with Damian Lillard. He has 60 seconds to make as many shots from behind the arc as he can. But as you know, there's a money ball on each of the 5 racks worth double. That's 25 shots to get a maximum of 30.
And the corner threes are only 22 feet, but the other three-point stations are 23 feet 9 inches. So those are the longest shots.
And to me, the corner shot is the easiest of any of them. So it's important to get off to a quick start here from that corner spot. Maybe get 5 or 6 quick points. Well, he's off to a decent start, guys.
He's got 10, 11 points.
There we go.
That makes it 4 straight for him. Can't get the money ball. He's at 14, now to 15. He's got 16, and that's his 4th straight. And he buries his 5th in a row.
Yeah, this is how you do it.
He's got 21, up to 22. He collects 22 points. Guys, hard to find any fault with that display.
Right from the opening rack, he was on a roll. Got himself immediately into a groove.
So it's James Harden ready to go.
When Harden came into the league, people were unsure if he'd be able to shoot with range in the NBA. He started out a little slow, but he's become quite the scorer and sharpshooter. A lot of people thought that would be the case. It was just a matter of when. Guys, most of the time when the player is shooting threes by himself, he's doing it in an empty gym. This is a little different. Actually, it's a lot different. I want to ask you, Steve, was it easy being the center of attention like this? You seem to be a bit of a ham.
Oh, really? A ham? Well, I'll tell you, I enjoyed being part of it. But my first time, I was extremely nervous, and I'm not afraid to admit that. But as I went on in later years, I got more and more comfortable with it.
He's 4 for 4 on money balls. Pushes it to 18. 19 to score. And it's 20. He racks up 20 points in the round. Now that's how you do it. Outstanding focus throughout the round.
Boy, he put that 3rd rack to bed in a hurry, didn't he? Just about the fastest 6 points you'll see in the shootout.
And here goes Kevin Love.
Well, you have to give credit to Love because he didn't really have an NBA-ready 3-point shot when he came into the league. It's something that he's worked hard at and really dedicated himself to in terms of improving.
You know, it means so much to get off to a fast start in this competition. More often than not, as the first few racks go, so go the rest.
Yeah, it's a weird competition, Clark, because guys are not used to doing this during the season, taking so many shots in such little time. So the quick start is imperative for your confidence and for your rhythm.
He misses his 4th straight. That's 7. Now 9 points.
The big fella, Love, really locked in now, guys.
Now with 11. He's got 12. Money ball, no good.
Rock solid shooting down the stretch.
Make that 14. 16 points is his score for the round. I'd say a solid showing from him.
Well, the key was, Kevin, he took 6 out of a possible 10 points from the money balls. And those are huge points. You've got to take advantage of them, and he did.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here. If he can crack 16, he'll stay in contention.
Well, the number's right there for him. If he can just stay focused, not rush his shots, and find some rhythm.
Tough rack right there.
Off the mark with 5 in a row now.
Now he's starting to struggle.
2 points. 3 down.
And the young fella, Klay, making it look very easy out here.
Yep. 7 points. He needs 8 points more. Up to 10 now. He needs 6 more points. 11 points. 12 for him. Money ball, no good.
He needs 3 more points.
He's at 14.
1 more to stay alive.
So he ends up at 17. Well, a very respectable performance from him there, guys.
There were a few ups and downs, but overall it turned out to be a fairly decent round.
Yeah, I'd give him kind of a B+ for that one. You hope for more, but it probably lived up to a reasonable expectation.
So it'll be Kyle Lowry here.
It's all about establishing the rhythm early on and then keeping it going throughout the round. Am I right, Steve?
Oh, yeah, for sure. If you get off to a slow start in this competition, Clark, you're in big trouble because the clock starts to tick. You start to panic a little bit. You start to rush. You really need to find that groove early, and then you can gain your confidence and let it roll.
He needs 8 points more to stay in contention.
11 points.
And Lowry looking comfortable here.
4 more points to stay alive. Make that 14. Now to 15. That shot ties him for third.
That gets him into the third hole and books him a place in the final.
Tied for second.
Finishing strong.
A fine score of 22 points for the round. Boy, he looked great out there, didn't he?
Yeah, especially that one run he had. I think he made 6 baskets in a row, and that's when he really had it going.
And so it'll be Stephen Curry wrapping up the qualifying round. He knows there's nobody coming after him. He knows the score to beat. He's got to have a 20 or higher. No easy task here. Pressure's on. That's 2, 4 points.
Curry really catching fire now. He's in the zone.
He's hit both money. Balls. Now 9 points. 10 points on the board. 11 points. Pressure's on. That gives him 12.
Very little room for error now. He can't miss more than one of his remaining shots.
And Clarkie's out.
Not enough to make the next round, Kevin.
Yep, that's it. It's academic from here.
He averages 3 points a rack and finishes with 15. Lillard's got one of the best scores in round 1, a serious contender.
I think we've seen an outstanding.
Here we go with James Harden. He squeaked into this round with the lowest qualifying score so far. He's the first one to go in this one. 1 point. That's 2.
Ooh, Harden starting to feel it.
And that's his 4th straight. He comes away with 4 points on that rack. He's got 5. Now with 6. He's up to 7. Money ball, no good. 8 points. 9 points.
Ooh, starting to get a rhythm here.
Money ball, no good. Now with 11. He's got 12. Good for 13. Drains the money ball. And now is 16. Now is 17. He finishes the round with 17 points. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
I thought he had his stroke working pretty well for him. I mean, what do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, solid shooting. He looked very confident. You know, it never became one of those lights-out rounds that it could have been. But all in all, I think he's got to be pretty happy.
Here we go with Damian Lillard.
You know he's got to be feeling good coming into the finals because he was rock solid in the qualification round.
Yeah, his confidence has to be sky high. His stroke looked fantastic. And I'd be surprised if he doesn't do even better here in the finals. He's in a wonderful groove.
6 points more to tie it up. He's got 12. That's 11 in a row. It's a barrage of threes.
3 more points will tie it.
Now with 17. Hits, and now he has the lead.
And still going.
Well, he's got the score to beat in this final round.
21. 22. And that's his 4th straight. Kept up a great pace right there. He even left some time on the clock. A grand total of 25 points for the round. Wow, how about that performance, guys? Man, nice work.
Yeah, he had a good time out there. He hit a few in a row, and then he was off and running. I mean, he ended up burying 11 straight.
So it'll be Kyle Lowry here. He had the highest score in the last round. Let's see if he can do it again here in the final.
You know, in the 4 times you played in the three-point shootout, Steve, you made it through the first round 3 times. Physically, would you start to wear out or wear down a little bit in the later stages?
I did, Clark, a little bit. I was a jump shooter and not an overly strong guy. So I thought the bigger, stronger guys like Larry Bird, maybe guys who shot set shots, I thought they held up a little bit more. Dirk Nowitzki comes to mind as well.
Too much ground to make up here, Clark. He's done.
And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Out of here.
Yeah, you do your best, but, you know, this competition is so tough. If you're not on your game, you're not going to win.
So he's got 19 points. And that brings the three-point contest to a close. Coming out on top of the kind of field we had here tonight says so much about our champion this year.
What a commando performance by our champion. Once he got rolling, the only question was, who's getting second?
Yeah, to paraphrase Larry Bird way back, who's going to get second? That's exactly right. And I'll tell you what, Clark, he deserves all the credit in the world. To come out on top against a field like that, that's sensational.
And from all of us here at 2K Sports, we're thrilled to...
Inspire young minds and stack my nachos with the rock determination of a vato. Run across the border with his poncho, face like when it's possible. Planning these things till I died. When the Holy Father handed me my wings. When I was young, you're the teacher couldn't stand with me. Only you could like in the hand of. See me on the TV, the cuties. Both presidential just plus and cooped it up. Excellent stuff you wanna know. I can go back in time, you be Judge Ito. I know you think Anito, it repeats the minutes, something like a TiVo, but it's 300,000 more with no remote.
There is nothing like it anywhere, and I mean anywhere else in the world. All-Star festivities at its finest. Hi everyone, Kevin Harlan here with my partners Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Tonight it's the Sprite Slam Dunk Contest. And if you want to get up for this, baby folks, it's going to be a fun time. Buckle up, we're ready to go.
And when you have this kind of talent and everybody wants to have a good time, you know it's going to be a show. Decided to bounce right from the restricted arc area. Yeah. Just exploding 2-foot jump through the leg and then down. Just from the standpoint that he's able to elevate and do that, that's major.
That's the point to be made right there, exactly. So it'll be the great right here. Second up. to bring the legs up and together.
Yeah.
The ball from one side to the other.
Yeah.
And all in flight. All in flight.
Yeah, you broke it down nicely.
Oh, so it'll be the natural here. Chance to come out strong and make his presence felt, Clark.
And get the crowd on your side, too, Kevin. Always key to that's a big part of coming out strong, getting the crowd on your side.
Athletes always feel that, don't they?
Yeah, you feel that adrenaline, man.
Well, you practice, in silence, but when you're actually performing in the main event, there's an energy that just doesn't exist anywhere else, and you've got to use that to your advantage.
Got a motorcycle set up underneath the rim, Clark.
What does that mean, Kevin? The Derek Williams clone dunk.
Fourth on the list. Let's see what he can do. Here he comes.
The toss was off the mark.
Not that time.
Yeah, he was falling away from the basket, which is tough.
Target.
We've talked
really
about
hard.
that.
Yeah.
Harris has got a narrow lead after the first round. Fans giving him the slight edge.
Yeah, and you know what? While it's nice to have them.
So here's the franchise now. I think Clark is really thinking about showing something special here.
Yeah, I think he needs to, Kevin, after that first dunk, which was rather pedestrian. He needs something to blow that first one out of the water here.
Well, you got to stay in the contest. I mean, you got to read what your competitors are doing, understand where you stand during the competition, and then kind of build from there.
Well, let's see what he's got here, Clark.
Yeah. Fairly pedestrian here. Let's see. Self-toss. Self-toss. Elevate. Oh, it did go through the legs.
Yeah, not easy.
But it's not something we haven't seen, so it just doesn't give you that ooh and ah effect. Nice, but not extraordinary.
But clean again, so it'll be the great right here. Okay, he was second up. That was it.
Yeah, that was major right there.
We thought we'd never seen anybody duplicate what Jordan did.
That got it done.
Yes. So it'll be the natural here. And it's the second dunk for him. The third dunker in the rotation. fourth contestant getting set for his second dunk. All right, Clark. Not that time.
Yep, his imagination was bigger.
Lewis has got the lead and room to breathe 2 rounds, so here's the franchise now. And we're back to our first contestant with his third dunk. So it'll be the great right here, our second contestant with his final dunk. So it'll be the natural here. Second from last, his final dunk of the night. Aside from the ball,
Going back to what Dwight Howard did, that very well could be the case.
right.
It might be a replay of the Dwight Howard sticker dunk.
Paul George has done it, and Dwight Howard has put a sticker
That's
on
right.
it, too.
They both have done it.
Yeah.
So now we've got a third guy who's done it.
Last up, final dunk of the night. Too ambitious that time, I think.
Yep, over.
And all throughout the amazing Sprite Dunk contest, one man stood out above the rest. The fans have spoken. This year's champion, the great.
Man, oh man, did he ever wreck the place. I don't know how he was able to pull off some of those dunks.
Me neither, Clark. I mean, there are not many guys on the entire planet with that type of ability.
And it's been a joy to be here to witness some incredible dunks. Incredible. And brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K pregame show.
It is indeed one of the great nights of the NBA season. Welcome to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the West All-Stars up against the East All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. All-Star voting format changed in 2013. 2 backcourt, 3 frontcourt starters as opposed to the old 2 guards and 2 forwards and a center.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's broadcast of the NBA All-Star Game. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan.
Well, we know basketball is a game that's all about team success and team achievement, even here in the NBA. But this game, the All-Star Game, gives a nod to the great individual talents this league has to offer, and those talents will be showcased in an entertaining fashion here today.
Yeah, a lot of fun to watch, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is, and it gives these players that spotlight and recognition that they so rightfully deserve, thanks to their terrific play during the regular season and, of course, their important contributions to their teams.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. The great out there at Davis, Bennett Ellis, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Franklin in at the 1. And it's the West All-Stars ball.
You know, I think one thing that makes the All-Star Game so special is just the history involved. This event has been held since 1951, and a lot of those legends of the NBA past are here in attendance. You know, it's always such a big to-do, a major event, a big-time happening every time the All-Star Game comes to town. Cities vie to host a big show, and it's a big boon to the local economy.
Yeah, restaurants, hotels, nightlife, it's one big celebration. And there's always that buzz in the air every time the All-Stars gather to play.
Catching up on changes for the West. James checked in for Gasol, and Harris subbed in for Franklin.
They're doing a lot of spectating there on D, but hey, it's the All-Star Game.
Just a fun event to see so much talent here assembled in one place.
Well, it's really one of the reasons this weekend is such a fun time for the fans and really all of the NBA players involved as well.
I'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Doris?
Talking to Coach, he said that this is one of the few times he's not had to worry about defense hitting into a game. Coach said, it's nice knowing that the more scoring there is, the better it is for the game. And the better it is for us, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Carmelo Anthony setting the record for three-pointers made in an All-Star Game last year with 8. Steve, you called the game. You saw it firsthand on a very efficient 13 attempts.
Well, he had 30 points on the night, a career high for him in the All-Star Game. And Carmelo, boy, when he gets it going, even from 3, it is fun to watch. Well, we've seen that before. I mean, these two teammates hooking up. They've got a lot of chemistry together, no question.
They certainly do, and it's fun to watch. I mean, they really know what each other is thinking. And this is Anthony's 8th All-Star Game, always one of the league's premier scorers. He loves playing on All-Star Sunday.
Now here is Harris, and he gets it to go. Harris has got 6. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Rosen dishes the wall.
And Carmelo in the host role for this All-Star Game. There had been speculation on where he'd end up in free agency, but in the end, he just couldn't pass up playing in the Mecca.
Well, I tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
Going on a nice run here, and defensively, you got to force him to operate in the half court. This won't get it done.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball.
That's one of the better jams you'll ever see right there.
Yeah, you know, some guys come out the high flyers, some of the bigs, and they just say, hey, I'm going to throw it down with authority tonight. I love that attitude. Nothing wrong with it in my book.
Now here's Lewis. Misses from close range.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Anthony, no one around. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Anthony's got himself on the board with 3 there. And here comes Ellis. And it's Harris off the drive. Wall with some nice D.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
And it ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. A big group substitution here for the East. Paul Millsap's checked in for Noah. Paul George comes in for Kevin Love. Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Rajon Rondo subbed in for John Wall. And here are the East All-Stars now. George, no good. To the inside, Westbrook, and it is flushed down with a nice jam. Tremendous stuff from a guy Clark we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
Smith checked in for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, playing in the All-Star game, something to really be proud of. And, of course, the starters are voted in by the fans. The reserves are voted in by the coaches. Either way, it's a heck of an honor.
Now, here is Harden. Throws it up high. It's Gasol missing.
Tried to get a little too fancy with that one.
Unless the alley-oop is going to be uncontested on both ends of the play, you're better off avoiding it.
That's good.
Really did a nice job. The mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
Here's Westbrook. Yeah! Boom! What a...
Oh, look at that. Man, what a play. Well, the display from deep, longer range than what we normally get to see from him in the regular season.
Well, Steve, definitely there's that added freedom here we don't always get to see otherwise.
The East All-Stars shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Rondo taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Franklin's checked in for Gordon Hayward. So he gets them both. The West All-Stars with the ball. It's Harden with the drive. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, a lot of great stories for all of these players, but he's definitely been one with a standout season, Clark.
You know, Steve, I've loved watching his tenacity. He's had a clear sense of focus. He's brought his A game on a consistent basis, night in and night out. I mean, he's been a huge factor for this team this season.
Now Durant. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Westbrook. It's hauled in by George.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Lets it go from 14. And he nails the jumper.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
It's Durant with the drive. And that one's good.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
And Gasol sends it back. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And there's the rejection. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. It's the West All-Stars up by 4. And we'll be back right after this. And we welcome you back to the NBA All-Star Game as we get set to begin the second quarter.
And Kevin, already some highlight reel plays.
Yeah, they're playing at a nice tempo right now, Clark, giving the fans a show.
Not too surprising to have so few fouls here.
Yeah, you know what? I think part of it is the officiating, Steve. They get a little more leeway from the officials to the players, but some credit has to go to the players as well. I mean, no need to be overly aggressive in this kind of game format.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for the West All-Stars, Marc Gasol is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Harden in at the small forward. Here's Lowry.
Kevin Durant set the record with 30 points in 3 straight All-Star games in 2013. Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from DeRozan. Here's West now.
Well, one thing we're noticing here tonight, both teams pretty much taking care of the ball, which is impressive in a game like this.
Yeah, it really is, Steve. I mean, typically in a game like this, the players and teams can be a little loose, but that hasn't been the case so far.
A shot by Harden, wide open. Basket is good, the assist from Harris. Harden's got 5.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
And here's Lowry. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's George. That's good. George has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Now the shots are starting to fall a little bit more than they did in the first quarter.
Yeah, they say it's not how you... drive, it's how you arrive in golf. Well, a shaky start can be overcome because now they're starting to heat up.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Anthony's checked in, so an almost entirely new group now for the West. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Gasol. James comes in for Kevin Durant. Lewis checked in for James Harden. And it's Ellison for Curry.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominating.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. No good on the triple. Lewis attacking from 16 feet away. He cans it. And now a 9-point West All-Star lead.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
And the Nationals going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Russell Westbrook in for the West. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
He's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
Here's LeBron. He's had some playing time, but no score.
Oh, are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. So Noah will now go to the free throw line. That one on Davis. The East All-Stars shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. John Wall's checked in for the East. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Anthony sets the pick for Wall. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Wall's got 10 points.
Well, as you'd expect, not much defense being played.
Yeah, that's one for the fans. I mean, the fans want scoring. That's what they're going to get tonight.
LeBron drives in. And he gets the bucket.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Here are the East All-Stars. 6-point game. Wall passes to Love. Beyond the arc. Wall with another miss. Now LeBron fires at the elbow. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by LeBron. 9 points for Russell Westbrook.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
2 minutes.
Here's DeRozan. Here's Noah. And Love throws it down. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Well, they're getting way too many easy shots in the paint. So this timeout is specifically for that reason. You got to tighten up the defense and start to make it harder for that offensive team.
I know it's easier said than done, but right now it just doesn't seem like the necessary effort is there.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Paul Millsap's checked in for Noah. Smith comes in for Kevin Love. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for DeMar DeRozan.
And you loosen up the defense quite a bit. This is what you see. An impromptu, spontaneous dunk contest.
Yep, and players really getting the chance to show off their athleticism. You can see they're enjoying this.
And Wall kicks to Wade. There's the dish to Smith. That one's good.
Well, they've finally gotten into a rhythm offensively this quarter, and if they keep shooting like this, they won't be down for long.
Well, Steve, you can see them looking to cut that lead down little by little to turn things around, and that's how you got to do it. How do you eat a big pizza? One slice at a time.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
They've set the first half tone by really getting out in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And the foul on Monte Ellis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
They get a hand on it, and it's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession.
That pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Anthony. He's it up and in off the pretty assist. Anthony's got 5 now.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Outside Lewis. And it's Wade with the rebound.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Wall.
And no need to rush it. They can play for one shot.
And I think they should wait till about the 5-second mark to go for it.
Wade has the open look. And he overshot that one, missing.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
He's been key for this team's offense the way he's distributed the ball.
Yeah, you know, the offense is just moving through him, Steve. No doubt.
And that concludes the first half. West All-Stars lead by 8. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. We return to the NBA All-Star Game. One half is in the books, and the second half about to begin.
And a great first half of basketball it was.
It's been a lot of fun, and we'll see if they can take it up a notch here in the second half.
And here is Lewis. We've got Anthony. DeRozan out there with Wall. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And he wasn't really a flashy passer like a lot of the great playmakers you think of. But always in control. Kind of an old-school game, but one that was tremendously successful over the course of his almost 2 decades with the Utah Jazz.
And both free throws good for Lewis. Here's Wall. The shot misses. The West All-Stars will go the other way with him. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Every All-Star game you can count on. You're going to see some heart-stopping plays. That was another one.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball, down by 12. The 10-footer. It's rebounded by Gasol.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that, Clark. Just based on that, you'd think the rebounding gap would be huge.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Anthony dishes to DeRozan. He's looking for Love and finds him. Shot from 12. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Love's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Lewis. 16 points for him. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Shoots from 12. Can't get it to go. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it.
No, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, it was nice.
Just a gorgeous assist.
Without question, the great displaying his skills today.
And he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He's looking for some old-fashioned offense right now. He wants the pick and roll to be the centerpiece of their game plan at that end. To the floor. Also, he said that he'd like them to operate quickly on offense, finding and taking shots early in the shot clock. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. No timeout called by the West All-Stars.
I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
And it's Ellis, top of the key. Lewis attacking. And that one's good. Lewis has got the lead up to 14 now for the West All-Stars.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Here's Wall.
Oh! How about that basketball, man? Wow. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how? What brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Pass to Franklin. Lewis against Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Lewis attacking. Shot's good. Lewis has got 12 points here in the second half.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
Love with the screen on Lewis. And Wall kicks to Anthony. And it's Anthony again missing.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Lewis gets the bucket. Lewis has got 24 points.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Franklin with the steal. Unhindered, going all the way. Oh, what a play!
Oh, look at that.
That is a
bringing down the house. The solo alley-oop. That's not something we see too often.
Timed it perfectly. You're right. It caught the defense totally off guard.
I remember Tracy McGrady doing that. First guy I ever saw pull that off.
That's good. And that's now 9 points for DeMar DeRozan. Now Lewis. 26 points for him. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Noah's got his 3rd rebound tonight. 3-pointer. A shot by Anthony, no good.
He's still looking for his first 3-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
They're doing a great job of not giving the ball away, and that's a big reason why they're winning.
A big group substitution here for the East. Paul Millsap's checked in for Love. Paul George comes in for Anthony. Wade, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Rajon Rondo subbed in for John Wall. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Durant's checked in for Davis. Hayward comes in for the great. Russell Westbrook in for Ellis. And Harris subbed in for Franklin. And George, here we go. Goes up again, and it's good on the layup. George has got 8.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Harris outside. Out to the wing. Hayward kicks to Harris. Fires the 3. 1:05 left in the 3rd. Count the bucket.
What a finish. Putting on a show here at the All-Star game.
How about the enthusiasm, Steve? I mean, I love it.
Smith checked in for Noah. Only 1 turnover up to this point, and that's sensational.
It really is, Kevin. The one thing you do not want to do is create opportunities for your opponent, and they're not.
To the paint. Wade passes to Smith. Got it. Good job in the low post. And here is Gasol looking for his first basket still in this one. Westbrook, it's taken away by Smith. And it's Wade penetrating. And that one hits back iron.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
Doubled by Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rondo with the steal. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it. The fast break chance. Harris with it. 15 points in the game. Fires from 18. And he connects with the jumper. Harris has got 5 points in the quarter.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Here's Wade. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The East All-Stars shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he makes the first. Both teams will make substitutions. And both free throws good for Wade. And here's James outside. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the West All-Stars up by 15. We've been having a great time here. We hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
Both teams putting on a show.
Boy, it sure has been fun to watch, hasn't it?
On the court for the West All-Stars, they've got LeBron James, Damian Lillard out there with Curry, and it's Durant, and it's Davis in at the center position. Now here's Curry. Love grabs the board. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Williams kicks to Wade. Williams with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Back to Williams. He dishes it to George. Outside Williams. 6 on the shot clock. The drive by Wade.
Defensive foul. LeBron James. That's his first personal foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the West All-Stars.
Well, they're getting into the paint with their penetration, and it's really been key for this club.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Noah's checked in. Lewis checked in for the West. Franklin comes in for Lillard.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Noah with a screen for Williams. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Lewis. And now running up the court. Lewis. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Outside Williams. Williams double team. Anthony with it. He's picked up by LeBron. The shot by Wade wide open. A three-pointer off the mark.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
And Davis wide open. He shoots and hits it. Unbelievable.
That's kind of fun. We don't usually get... to see that in the regular season, do we, Clark?
No, you're right. I mean, hey, if he could make it like that all the time, I'm sure we see him bury the triple a bit more often.
That never gets old. I love seeing that type of athletic play.
Yeah, I agree with you. And if any of you viewers at home missed the dunk contest last night, just soak up a few of these slams like that.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
He just is not happy with how his team is executing. And they've been on the wrong side of this run. It's time for a momentum shift.
You know, sometimes just getting off the court and taking a break and coming back out fresh will give you a chance to pull together.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the East. Wall comes in for Deron Williams. The West also making some changes. Gasol comes in for James. And it's Ellis in for Steph Curry. It's Wall with the drive. Here's Love. And he banks in the layup.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
Here's Lewis. Here's Franklin. Outside for Lewis. From outside the arc. That's good. Lewis has got 5 points now this quarter.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Wall wide open. Hands the shot with nobody near him.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
And the West All-Stars have possession. It's stolen by Anthony. Love dishes to Anthony. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, it went down, guys, but still unusual to go to the leaner there with so much space around him.
Lewis against Anthony. Lewis passes to Ellis. And that one's good.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
You know, the NBA continues to get better at analyzing data and charting game results. Shouldn't surprise you that players shoot better off the catch than they do off the dribble. It's a big reason passing and ball movement tends to be more effective than one-on-one isolation play.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. Throws it up high.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Noah with a screen for Wall. Pass to DeRozan. Out to Anthony. Shoots from the elbow. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. In low to Davis.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
And Wall kicks to Anthony. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Lewis. He feeds it to Franklin. And there's the pass to Davis. And the ball goes out of bounds. Turned over.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The East All-Stars on offense. It's an 18-point game. Wall dishes to Anthony. Back to Wall. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And that's now 19 points for John Wall.
I'm sure that's a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in the first half.
And finished off by Gasol.
Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a given.
They get a hand on it. Pushing it up. Pushing it up. Here's Lewis. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Heads-up play on both ends there. Transition basketball, the steal and the quick push.
Steve, that's how it should be played. I mean, rapid-fire basketball.
And Wall. Here we go now. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Wall's got 21 in the game.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
They double him with Love. Lewis kicks to Franklin. Back to Lewis. From deep three-point range. And it's the East with the rebound. 1:09 left to play here in the fourth. Feeds it to Anthony. He kicks to DeRozan. Here's Love. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
Yeah, he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
And here we go with Monte Ellis. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Anthony, no one around. Drills it from outside.
Well, their offense has kicked into gear, but seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
Lewis misses. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Down by 12. Shot's good by Anthony.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Now Gasol. Lewis attacking. Lewis left side. Ellis outside. Lots of room. That one wide left.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
And the slam dunk by Wall.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
And here is Gasol. Davis drives in for three. Missed. So it's a...
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring, and I'm all the best because I got it going on.
I'm a nice dude with some nice dreams. See these ice cubes, see these ice creams. Eligible bachelor, $1 million bow. Phantom, exterior like fish eggs, the interior like wrist red. I can exercise you, this could be your phys ed. Cheat on your man, that's how you get a his ed. With the B, I know in the street, with the still to make you feel like chinchilla in the heat. So don't try to run up on my ear, talking all that raspy. Trying to ask, when my for your vest, they ain't gonna pass. You should think about it, take a second. Matter of fact, you should take 4B and think before you a little skateboard B.
When the in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring, and I'm all the best cause I got it going on. I'm a gangster, but y'all knew that. The big boss dog, yeah, I had to do that. I keep a blue flag hanging out my backside, but only on the left side. Yeah, that's the side. Ain't no other way to play the game the way I play. I cut so much you thought I was a DJ. 2, 1, yep, 3. SC and double OP, Digo double G. I can't fake it, just break it. And when I take it, see, I specialize in making all the girls get it. So bring your friends, all of y'all come inside. We got a world premiere right here, now get live. So don't change the diesel, turn it up a little. I got a living room full of fine dime bristles, waiting on the pistol, the dizzle, and the shizzle. G's to the biz act, now ladies, here we kiss her. When the in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring, and I'm all the best cause I got it going on. I'm a bad boy with a lot of drive my own cars and wear my own clothes. I hang out tough, I'm a real boss. Big Snoop Dogg, yeah, he's so sharp. On the TV screen and in the magazines. If you play me close, you want a red beam. Oh, you gotta, so you wanna pop back? Stop that. Cement shoes, now I'm on the move. Your family's crying, now you on the news. They can't find you, and now they miss you. Must I remind you, I'm only here to twist you. You dip you, then flip you, then dance to music too. Subscribe, get your issue. Baby, come close, let me see how you get loose. When the in the crib, ma, drop Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring. And I'm all the best, cause I got it going on.